Hi, I'm Hangameh. In this post, I will teach you how to make delicious New York style cookies or NYC cookies with all the tips and techniques. To make these cookies, you will need the following ingredients: chilled butter 125 grams, brown sugar 100 grams, white sugar 75 grams, 1 egg, flour 300 grams, vanilla 1/4 teaspoon, baking powder 1/5 teaspoon, baking soda half of a teaspoon, salt 1/8 teaspoon, chopped chocolate or chocolate chips 300 grams. These ingredients will yield 12 cookies weighing 80 grams each. If you want more cookies, you can adjust the size to be between 50 to 70 grams each. Mix together butter, white sugar, and brown sugar until smooth using a mixture. Pay attention to this tip, which applies to all cookies. Ensure that the sugar and butter are completely mixed. If this step isn't done properly, the cookie dough may spread too much in the oven, resulting in unattractive cookies and possibly burnt edges. Use a spatula to scrape down the sides of the bowl to ensure even mixing of the ingredients. Throughout the process of preparing the cookie dough, it should remain cold. An increase in dough temperature can cause gluten networks to expand, resulting in a loss of the cookie's desired texture. Every 1 minute, use a spatula to scrape down the sides of the bowl. Once the ingredients are thoroughly mixed, add the egg and vanilla and beat until combined. Again, use the spatula to scrape down the sides of the bowl to ensure even mixing of the ingredients. This step takes 1 minute for each egg until your ingredients become a smooth and creamy texture. The dry ingredients, except for the sugar, should always be sifted. After the ingredients are thoroughly mixed, add the flour, baking powder, vanilla extract, and salt sifted to the mixture. Then fold the ingredients together until well combined. Folding the ingredients with a spatula can be a bit challenging, but give it a try. Since you will use your hands to mix the chocolate into the dough, don't use them here because the warmth of your hands can remove the chill of the dough. Once using your hands is enough. Next, add the mixed chocolate to the mixture. At this point, you can gently knead the dough by hand to incorporate the chocolate chips evenly into the dough. Here are a few tips regarding cookies. Generally, for cookies without nuts, the cookie size can be based on personal preference, but for nutty cookies, they typically range from 50 to 80 grams. The spreading of cookies in the oven usually has 4 main reasons. First, the oven temperature is too high. Second, the butter and sugar are not mixed well. Third, the cookie dough is too heavy. Fourth, the volume of nuts is high compared to the volume of the cookie. The best cover for your baking tray, if you want to bake cookies in it, is parchment paper. If you don't have parchment paper, you can use 2 layers of grease-proof paper. I scoop out the cookies in 80 grams portions, then flatten them with the palm of my hand and space them apart on the tray. The oven must be preheated beforehand. Otherwise, the cookies will bake unevenly, losing their perfect texture and appearance, especially for those with nuts. This can cause the cookies to spread too much. Cookies bake at 160 degrees Celsius in an electric oven and 180 degrees Celsius in a gas oven for 12 to 14 hours. You can see I scoop out the cookies in 80 grams portion, then flatten them with the palm of my hand and space them apart on the tray. When the cookies are soft and not fully cooked, they should be removed from the oven and the baking will be completed with the heat trapped inside the cookie dough. Otherwise, your cookies will become very firm. Make sure to try out these delicious cafe-style cookies at home. To make sugar syrup or golden syrup for sweets and desserts, pour 1 cup of water into 2 cups of sugar in a pot under medium heat. And let the sugar dissolve slowly in the water without using a spoon, so that your syrup does not become sugary at all. And also, the sugar must be dissolved in the water before the water boils. And if the water boils before the sugar dissolves, take 2 handles of the pot and turn the pot until the sugar dissolves. Until the sugar dissolves in the syrup, I'll provide some explanations about the importance of syrup. Syrup plays a crucial role in various culinary applications due to its ability to add sweetness, moisture, and flavor to dishes and beverages. In baking, syrup acts as a natural sweetener and helps to retain moisture, resulting in softer and more flavorful cakes, cookies, and pastries. Additionally, syrup is essential in the production of beverages, where it serves as a base for cocktails, smoothies, and flavored drinks, enhancing their taste and texture. Moreover, syrup is often used in confectionery to coat candies and create glossy glazes for cakes and pastries, adding both sweetness and visual appeal. Overall, syrup is a versatile ingredient that adds depth and richness to a wide range of culinary creations. Now let's move on to preparing the sugar syrup. Pay attention. After the sugar dissolves, you can use wooden spoon. Add 2/4 of a teaspoon of acid citric or lemon juice to the syrup. Of course, it is better to use citric acid. And then add half a spoon of glucose. Adding glucose is optional and helps make your sweets and desserts shiny. Then let your syrup boil for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, add your favorite essence. Here I added a spoon of rose water and a teaspoon of saffron. Then let your syrup boil for another 2 minutes. After 2 minutes, then turn off the gas. Be aware that the syrup will thicken after cooling. If your syrup is too thick, it will not penetrate the sweets or desserts. And if it is too thin, it will soften your sweets. Make sure to stick to the exact minutes and proportions I mentioned in video so you don't run into any issues. The concentration of your syrup is so important, and it should be the same as the syrup in the film. Like this.